All right, y'all, United States of America. Let's break this down for us to understand, because America is going to be breaking off from the United States, okay? And in a big picture format, all right? The United States started off with the original Constitution, Bill of Rights, and since then it's been amended different ways, but this is done through the hardness of the people's hearts and the governments and such, and they're bringing themselves into bondage through these laws and taxations and rules and such. But so this happens over time, and as this happens over time, the United States, that has that base, those like 10 laws, 10 amendments, 10 rules and such, that kind of mirrors the 10 commandments, and then they got lifted up in their hearts and created the law afterwards and brought themselves into bondage again. So these things are told in different ways and different patterns, and we're told that it's an allegory, so we can look back at that and sit and think about, hey, how is this happening today? Okay, so they want us to look back all the time, looking back, rather than looking present. That's the serpent, and that's where it can wiggle up your spine and say, hey, I need to start thinking about this a little differently. I need to grab this tree of knowledge that's around me. But the serpent, and then the future, all right? So, and then they want to make you set goals for the future. You don't have a clue where you're going to be. So these goals keep you anchored down in life, doing the same shit around the same fucking post, trying to get to the same thing, but you aren't going to get there because you got winds and waves and all this other stuff telling you, that's controlling your boat, and you got people on the dock, don't come in, or come in, and all this other shit. So you don't know what to do out there on your boat. That's where you just got to listen to yourself, and you got to study what's going on. Well, if the waves come in at this time and the wind's doing this or whatever, then that's when I need to pull the rope in, and however it all goes, okay? But so the United States seems to be this freedom platform, and it goes around different parts of the world, and it creates nations. And in the past so-called 200, 300, 400 years, it's created the so-called America. Okay, so all the Baal worship, all the shit that these people love, bondage, plus 3 times that amount. Because Reagan brought 3 times the government, so he bought 3 times the bondage, and people, oh, that's the greatest fucking president. Okay, so it's all reverse. It's America. That's the flip and reverse. The right side is on the left when you look in the mirror. All right, and that's where they got you in the Israel. And the Israel. The Israel's those films and stuff, the reflection that you live by. And that reflection is part of that darkness upon the deep, and God's Spirit moved upon the face. The face is where the reflection is. And we're made in the image of this guy, that guy, whoever we want to reflect that light on. But the begotten sons, the 7 candlesticks that hold the world, those are the main ones. That's your religions, that's your hospitals, that's your governments, teachers, those things. Your entertainment complex. Your entertainment complex is what's feeding you Jesus and Satan, 666. Oh, that's the devil. That's the Baphomet. For all you know, that's actually Jesus. Okay? Because Jesus told you the world is under the lie. If you believe like the world, you believe the lie. It's so simple, but yet there's few that find it. So the United States, that base foundation, that melting pot, okay, that melting pot is taking all these liquid metal machines, right? I mean, these liquid metal machines that run on electrical light. This liquid metal is being melted down in this melting pot over a couple hundred years, right? And it's getting hardened and hardened and hardened. And as it gets hardened and hardened and hardened, that's where you got the rod of iron formed. For where he's going to come and rule the nation with a rod of iron. And he's going to gather his nation. The red and blue, the flames of hell, the children of hell. You go and vote, mark in the right hand to buy and sell, to mark yes and no, to vote, the sheeps. That's the feed. The feet that Jesus rubbed. So you can look through our world and see how all these different nations, we have like the USSR, the AUS. We have different styles of monarchies based after UK and such. So we can see how all these little different formats are going in, okay? And then the United States now, in the shadow government, runs the world because we put in the government of Russia long ago. We put in the government of China long ago. If we haven't put them in, we go in and take them out, okay? And I've told you the story, but my brother was part of the operation in Haiti when Clinton was in office in the 90s and such, and they went into the president's house and did whatever, and he made an exit soon after. So, and then all that stuff is setting up the stage for today because it's been scripted for a long time, and these things are worked out for that Don nation. Because that dough for that Don's nuts, and that J.D. Vance for that Indian bread with that Indian chick. Okay, so the pilgrims is coming soon enough when they tell you got the old X in the arm, and the X app, and the X president, the days of futures past, and all this other shit that's coming up, or whatever else, for as Elon Musk is that world stage puppet as so-called the Antichrist to the church. Okay, so then the dawn will just come gathering them up and things like that. So they'll get you with that. They got you with the 80% there. There, you know, the X marks the spot where you got change in the twinkling of an eye. That old bee sting, the old bee sting from that hive, the HIVs. And then where was who knows? Either way, America, Amaruka, America, the land of the plumed serpent, the dawn. Adon means the Lord, second coming of the Lord. Lord is Satan. Satan's gathering his nation. Jesus, the Lord of Lords, is gathering his nation. So that's where Biden, the begotten, the 46. All right, 4 plus 6 is 10. He's being hung on the cross. So the Don nation, he's making that Don's nuts. All right, it's all. He's got his sweet bread for his manna. But America is going to break off from the United States. United States is the land of the free. Okay? The liberty. America is the land of today bondage, division, hate, fighting, whatever else is going on. Okay? So there's multiple Americas that we live in right now. And we live in a testament, and unfortunately, you just know it, like the 80-20 rule, okay? Like 80% of the people live on this side of the nation, all right? 80% of the people got this, okay? So these things just kind of all work together. So that's where the old heaven and earth, you can go to like 1955, 1985, or 2015. All right. Do you want to go back to the past? Black and white division, racism, women don't have a voice, women can't vote, you got to be 32 to do all things, whatever kind of stupid shit they got coming. Okay? No technology. No internet. 1985, you got a little bit more technology, but you ain't got no internet. Then you got 2015. You got internet. You got it all. And you ain't living in the past. You're going in the future, baby. You want to be going to the future. So as they make America great again, they're going to have to break off America to make it great again. Okay? But